Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Okay, we're going to talk about this 23 class and why I believe it's going to make this team drastically better over the coming years, starting this year, obviously, coming up in 23. But 24, 25, I think this is going to make a huge difference. Wow, is it cold enough for you out there? You got to be kidding me. The other day, I was having trouble with my lighting and I looked like Mr. Freeze. Well, let me tell you something. Mr. Freeze is back today.
If I must suffer, humanity will suffer with me.
Yep, and he's going to make all of mankind suffer. Man, it's so cold. But what we're going to talk about is this comparison. And I'm going to show you what On3 has for the Vols. They have us ranked 12th in the country this year, and last year they had us at 15th. Now, I really like On3. They do a fantastic job, especially with the transfer portal, but I think they're off on this one. First of all, I think they ranked us a little bit too high last year, and they've ranked us too low this year, because I've got 7 reasons why this class is significantly better than last year's class, and that's not me getting on last year's class. Let's just get something straight on that. Josh Heupel had an impossible situation. He comes in 2 weeks before early signing day, 2 weeks, gets hired out of nowhere. As you know, we kind of had a disaster. We had Jeremy Pruitt on his way out. We had NCAA investigation getting ready to heat up. We had 30 players transferring. We had a worst case scenario. And the fact that he got anywhere near top 20 was really a good job given the circumstances. But this year's class is dramatically better than last year's. And 247 has us ranked number 9. And last year we were ranked 23rd. And I think that's a lot closer to what the reality is. I think it's probably 9 versus 23 as opposed to 12 versus 15. And I like 247 as well. They do a great job covering the Vols. Fantastic. So I enjoy all the websites. It's just I think 247's a little bit closer to the reality. And the reason I think that, back in 2022, our highest ranked player was 143rd in the country, and he was at a 94. Now I'm going to give you 7 reasons why 2023 class is better than 2022. And why I think this class is going to make a huge difference this year and the coming years. Reason number 1, we got the highest rated quarterback, dual threat quarterback in the country in Nico. This guy is going to be a huge difference maker, and there is no more important position in football than quarterback. It's worth its weight in gold. It's a big, big deal. And if you have a really good quarterback, I mean, you saw what Hendon Hooker did for us. It was dramatic the last 2 years. Then the most important thing that you've got to do besides quarterback is affect the quarterback. Well, these 3 guys up here are going to do exactly that. Starting out with David Hobbs.
Another one.
5-star out of North Carolina. This guy, everybody wanted him. Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, everybody went after him. The Vols got him, and he is a difference maker. He is going to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he's going to be good at stopping the run too, because he's a big dude.
Another one.
Then you've got Chandavian Bradley over here. This guy is almost a 5-star. I think one of the services had him as a 5-star. Extremely fast, comes around the edge with a crazy motor. I mean, he's going to put a ton of pressure on the quarterback over time. He's a true defensive end and could also play outside linebacker. He's just a real difference maker.
Another one.
Then you got Caleb Herring, who, again, edge rusher, #1 player in the state of Tennessee, going to make a huge difference over time. Just like Chandavian needs to put on a little bit of weight, but I think over time, this guy is going to become a great player for us.
And another one.
And then the next most important thing you got to do is you got to have receivers for that quarterback to hit. Here's Nathan Leacock, the fastest rising athlete in the country, went from 580th down to 100th over about 90 days because he had an unbelievable season. This guy's going to be a difference maker.
And another one.
Then you got Ethan Davis, one of the top tight ends in the country. Again, a perfect guy to run down the middle and to gash the defense, because they're going to be so worried about the wide receivers and the slot receivers. The tight end pretends to block and then sneaks out, and he's gone for 30.
Another one.
And then lastly, we've got this Swiss Army knife guy who is just going to be an absolute matchup nightmare. He's 220 pounds, 6'1", and runs a 4.3 40. A freak athlete, Cam Seldon. This guy is going to make defensive coordinators nuts, and he will probably play next year. I don't see how you keep this guy off the field. He just can do so many things. And he can also play running back if you want. So those are 7 players that are ranked higher than our top-ranked guy in 2022. That's the 7 reasons why I think this class is so much better and will make us better. But understand, Heupel had a full year to recruit these guys, not 2 weeks. And again, I think 2022 class was darn good given the circumstances because, look, Heupel was in an impossible situation. He was standing in front of a disaster doing this.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Yeah, that's all he could do. What can you do? I mean, it's a total disaster. So I think this is the most important class in probably the last 10 years for the Vols and really gives us that foundation. And I didn't even mention the 3 corners that we got that we badly needed, all 4 stars. So we've picked up some real foundation pieces in this class, and I look forward to seeing what they can do over time, but I feel really good about them. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. That helps me with the algorithm and helps get the video out there. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's right here. Little button right here will get you my videos sent to you. You don't have to hunt for them. And the video right over here is what YouTube thinks you'll like to see. And they're real good at knowing those types of things. Anyway, so check that out if you like. And I hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.